That was fun. It's tremendous honor. I mean, I thought the kids came out. They were focused. They understood what the task at hand was. Someone asked me, I think earliest today, they said, "Are the kids excited?" And I said, "I don't even know if they know that a lot of this is happening. And if they did, they kept it from me." But just tremendous effort from my kids, tremendous focus, and they've done it all year long. And we came out and we jumped out on Delaware, and we were able to build an 18-0 lead. And ironically, that was the basis of our discussions after our 3-game road swing when we went to Hofstra, we went to Drexel, and we finished it up with Towson. In each of those games, we built tremendous leads in the first half. And instead of me being the coach and asking them or telling them what I thought the issue was, I made them tell me, what's the reason for us relinquishing these big leads in the first half, to where the game, becomes a game again. And they all had their points, and they were valid, and so it was very easy for me to say, okay, well, you guys said it, all right, let's go fix it. And and give credit to Delaware. They came out, they exploited us in a few areas, and when you start scoring on us, we're not able to get out on a fast break, and then our offense got a little bit stagnant. But credit to our kids, came back. I thought Precious Hall was tremendous all game long, poised, knocked down shots, had a great balance of shooting threes and attacking the basket. Lady Okafor has been tremendous for us, a double-double tonight. And then we got contributions. I thought Mickens was in foul trouble, but she did a really good job in the second half of pushing the tempo. Ashley Perez knocked down some threes. Jasmine Guathmy got on the board. Dee Dee Griffin and Destiny Jones are going to be the death of me sometimes, because it's like that old saying that they're like Forrest Gump and boxes of chocolates. I don't know which one I'm going to get every day. And, either Destiny's playing well and Dee Dee's not, or Dee Dee's playing well and Destiny's not. But today, both of them played well. And when they both contribute like that, we're a very tough team to contend with. I thought we did a really good job in our press. It was actually interesting. We implemented that press yesterday in practice. And then the kids did a really good job of executing it. We ran it last year, but we implemented it again yesterday, and they did a really good job. So all in all, tremendous day for me personally, tremendous day for our team, and we look forward to celebrating it, but also getting back and continuing this tough task down the road.
Is it ahead of you yet that you're alone at the top?
You know what? Kind of. And I'll never consider myself at the top. Sheila Mormon's always right there with me, and she's been tremendous influence on me. So she'll always be. We'll be up there together. But with all the hoopla, with 300, and then celebrating 300, then celebrating 302, and then celebrating 303, it's all been a whirlwind. And it's kind of been like everything right in a row. So you really haven't had a chance to really dive into it and appreciate it. I tell you when it hit me. When I took Muff Mickens out of the game with about 3 minutes to go, I took her out, and normally I'm able to tell her a few things and tell her what a great job she did. And in her own fashion, she said, "Congratulations." And that's when it really hit me, because, again, I didn't know if they even knew. But when she said congratulations, it meant a lot. It hit me. We brought it into the huddle, and I was going to give them this speech, thanking them for what they've done. And, to be able to share it, particularly with this group, what they've done, it was special. And I got a little emotional then, but I'm sure I'll be sitting around somewhere tonight, and it'll probably hit me, But it's rare air. It's tremendous, and I really appreciate everyone who's done anything for me to help us get to this program, to this level.
You still had to win the game, obviously. What were some of the points that your players brought up in that huddle when Delaware was coming back?
Well, it wasn't really what they were saying. They said stuff while we relinquished leads in the beginning, and we lost focus. We didn't have a sense of urgency on the defensive end, and it kind of came to fruition a little bit as Delaware was making their run. And Delaware's a talented team. They're a talented team, and we feel like their starting five is really good and can compete. They're as good as anybody in the league. Where we wanted to get into their bench. We wanted to pressure them. We knew that they had a kid who unfortunately got hurt on Friday night, which is big for them to help them with ball handling responsibilities. But we wanted to keep pressure on them, and I thought we did a better job of that. We switched up, played some zone. I think it took them out of rhythm a little bit. Once they had 12 straight points, we went to a zone. It kind of took them out of rhythm a little bit. But I thought we did a good job of keeping them off balance. They're a much improved team. Those kids, Tina will continue to say they're young, they're young, they're young. I'm not buying that. I don't buy that. They're very talented, and they're going to continue to get better and better.
What has this journey been like for you from
Oh my
being a
gosh.
player to assistant coach to assistant on the women's side, now 303 at the top of the list here at JMU All Time?
It's been interesting, but it's been a dream. When I switched over, amongst a little bit of turmoil or questions, why was I switching from men to women? I didn't have to. I had a job. I was a top assistant on the men's side here at my alma mater. But it was something I was just drawn to. I love the game. I love the way it was played, and when I got an opportunity to switch over, and I did so. Never in a million years did I anticipate that something like this would even be possible. I just wanted an opportunity. And when I got an opportunity, I have no idea why Dr. Rose or Charlie King or Jeff Bourne gave me that opportunity, but I'm very grateful that they did. And for me to be able to have, the keys, so to speak, to a Mercedes. And I'm this young coach, and I'm trying stuff, and I promise you I'm a different coach now than I was 13 years ago. And just the people that helped me with this vision, and bought into it, from the Krista Kilburn-Staveskis, who's the head coach now at Hofstra, to Kim Harrison, who's the associate head coach at the University of Virginia, to Nadine Morgan, who's now the associate head coach at Purdue, and Jackie Carson, who's the head coach at Furman. Lindsey Smith, who's now the assistant coach at NC State, to the staff that I have now with Sean O'Regan and Jennifer Brown and Sarah Williams, Tim Clark. Everyone has chipped in, and then even last but not least, the players. We've had some extremely talented, motivated players that have come through this, and starting from the first class that I had, from the Andre Benvenutos to the Meredith Alexis, who really laid down the foundation. Tamara Young signed with me over at Old Dominion. I never coached a game before as the head coach here. And, I still don't know why she did that, because, it was a funny story. Wendy Larry walked in to Tamara's house a day before I did, and at the time she had 13 championship rings. And here I walked in behind her the next day. I just had my luggage. I didn't have anything to show her to entice her to come, but she did, took a leap of faith. And kids like that really took this program to another level. And and then when I didn't think it could get any higher, the Tamara Youngs and those kids graduate, I get two local kids who, so many people say couldn't play for me, and it was kind of a backhanded compliment. Thank you that you think our program is that good. But Nikki Newman and Kirby Burkholder came in here and took this program to newer heights, and able to take us to places we haven't been before, winning championships, winning games at NCAA tournament, to now the group that I have right now. It's as special as it gets. You lose a player of the year, the defensive player of the year, and then all you do is, through 24 games, you're 22-4, because they really bought into the vision, of what James Madison women's basketball stands for. And so I'm fortunate, the crowds, the administration, the coverage, everything that we get. It's big time. It's big time, and it's a very special place. And for me to be able to do it at my alma mater, I can't imagine it being any more special than this and what we've been able to accomplish over these last 13 years.
You mentioned Sheila Mormon is still at the top for you. So did you get a chance to talk to her?
I did.
Talk to her post-game?
I did. She was actually down there doing the post-game interview. She actually talked to my wife when I came down, and I was able to talk to her, and I really thanked her. It was an opportunity. This week has given me the opportunity to get my words, my emotions out so that she can hear them. She always knows that I appreciate what she's done, but, being interviewed and being able to put my words on paper, or whispering into her ear, thanking her. I've been blessed to have her, standing around. I have a watchful eye, and, still her program, it's my program, her program, it's our program. And I really appreciate her support and what she's been able to do for me.
Coach, there were times even when the lead was substantial, you looked like you were anguished on the sidelines. With things your team was doing, can you touch on a few of the things that they did today that you mentioned it before, it drove you crazy?
Coach every play. They're 18 to 22-year-old kids. They drive me crazy no matter what. And just like my 9 and 14 and 16-year-old at home. I love them to death, but they still do things that drive me crazy. And this group, it's fun. It's fun because our goal is not to just go out there and beat someone. We want to go out there and play well throughout the whole basketball game, regardless of what the score is. We want to play the possession. And these kids we're trying to get them to buy into that because we want to continue to get better and better and better. Because if we get an opportunity to get on the national stage, we want to be ready. And you don't want to try to play to the level of the score. If you get up by 20 points, you don't want to say, okay, well, this possession really doesn't matter. We want them to understand that every possession matters because there's going to be games somewhere in the future that you're going to have to get a stop. And you can't just flip on a switch and say, okay, now we'll get a stop when we haven't been practicing it all year. So we want to try to make sure these kids understand that every possession matters. They're buying into that. We're not there yet, but we're playing extremely well right now.
Anything else?
Coach Brooks, strong guy there on his record. You mentioned 3 kids. Are they all daughters?
All girls.
And I know father is a powerful thing. I don't know if it had anything to do with it or not, but did that have anything to do with your switch?
You know what? I always call my first 2 little omens. They were omens because I was a men's coach. I always admired the women's game, the way that it was played, the way that it was executed. And then, I was having a child, and I was so happy, and it was a daughter. Then I found out I was another child, and I was so happy, and it was a daughter. And so I'm like, you know what? This is an omen. I need to make that switch. Made the switch. Very happy. I was a women's basketball coach, and I think the icing on the cake was after I became a women's coach, I found out I was having another child. It was a daughter, So this is probably what I was cut out to do. But it's special, and what I've done on the women's side as far as coaching, and the kids that I've had come through here, they've really helped influence my daughters. So it's been a great trade-off. I don't get a lot of male conversations at home, but I'll take it. It's fun, and it's fun. It's been a great ride.
And I guess they're going to have a Duke Dog Reading Day to the men's side. Any talk about adding a 3rd game for you guys?
Well, I wish every night was Duke Dog Reading Day. I'll lobby for that. But it's tremendous. It's tremendous the way that we do it. We don't take anyone out of their element. We just had a game on Thursday where we had to play at 12 o'clock. I think it was probably 75 kids there. And it took us out of our element. It was a school day, and we're doing that. Great for our administration, the marketing department to do that. I think it will help the men. When I played here, we didn't need Duke Dog Reading Days. We had Lefty Drizel. He was our Duke Dog Reading Day in itself, and he had a lot of people came to come out to see him. But the crowds here are tremendous. On a blistering cold. You didn't know if you were in Harrisonburg, Virginia, or Antarctica right now. But they came out and they weathered the storm and came out and supported us. So I would imagine the men would really appreciate their Duke Dog Reading Day, and it's probably be a really big crowd then.